What's up, guys? Packers on the board here. They're about to pick. So they're at 54. Got the Chargers at 55, and then Chicago's picking at 56. So Jordy Nelson's gonna make the call.
Thanks, Commissioner. I also want to introduce Kenya Marcellus from the Boys and Girls Club in Green Bay. We're recognizing incredible youth like them as part of our Inspire Change initiative. The NFL works with Boys and Girls Club nationwide to help young people find their voices, advocate for issues important to them, and become future leaders. Let's have these leaders help me announce the pick.
With the 54th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft,
the Green Bay Packers select
Anthony Belton, tackle, North Carolina State.
Tackle. Anthony Belton. They took a tackle from North Carolina State. Very nice. Very nice. We are live. I hear myself, so that's cool. All right, so just to go back here. So the Packers focus on the offense just like the Bears are a little bit. Packers take a wide receiver in the first round, and then they take a tackle in the second. We took a tight end in the first and a wide receiver in the second. I kind of talked about that, and I thought it was – I haven't looked into it too much. But I still think just in terms of positional needs, I felt like wide receiver group is pretty good, especially you picked up two more wide receivers. I don't imagine this guy does punt returns. Being as high as they picked him, I imagine he's just going to be their third, their third wide receiver. But he's a speed guy. We know that much. I don't know if he does punt returns or anything else. But just to go back, so the Bears traded back from 41. They traded back from 41. They received 56. So they traded back to the Bills. They sent the Bills pick 41, 72, and pick 240, so the seventh rounder. And they received 56, 62, which is also in the second round, and then 109. So I thought that was a pretty good trade. Again, I like that 109 spot. I mean, the way this draft has been going, looks like the Chargers pick is in already too. The way this draft has been going, it seems like a lot of the players that I kind of had my eyes on later on are getting selected way earlier, which is, again, it's just kind of based on the mock simulator, how that works. I do like that 109 pick, though. Again, those two guys that I like in that area around 100 was Jack Sawyer and Jack Sawyer, the edge rusher out of is that Ohio State, I believe, and Bashal Tootin, the running back that I really liked. So Chargers are picking right now. Trey Harris, wide receiver. Okay. That doesn't – I imagine now for sure we're not taking any more wide receivers, right? I imagine that's the case, but we'll see. So the Bears are officially on the clock now with the 56th pick. I'm not sure if I'm going to go live again for the – actually, they're going to be picking again within 10 picks here. What did I say? I just said it, 62. So they're not at 72 anymore. They traded up 10 spots. So they're at 62 now. So that's only 6 spots away. And then we're at 109. So it's going to be a while. I'm not going to be on for the 109 pick most likely, and I'll probably be back for the 62 pick. We'll see. But let's see. The Bears are on the clock now. Chargers getting a wide receiver makes sense. Who was there? Did they get a? Did they take? Oh yeah, they took the North Carolina running back. So they are also focusing heavy on the offense, which is something they need to do. So again, about that wide receiver pick, we need trenches help, right? But we have starting trenches on both sides. I think that Braxton Jones, if he's the weak link of left tackle, but then we have Karan Amagaji right behind him, right? And Ben Johnson, both of Ben Johnson and The Bears got their pick in fast, but it looks like it's going to commercial. So typical. I like to go on commercials before Bears picks. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, let me check my sound real quick, just to make sure we're still golden here. Just making sure. Okay, we're good. Like what the Bears are doing, obviously, this is Caleb's second year now, right? You have an offensive line to protect him now. They need to get some chemistry. Even like Poles and both Ben Johnson said that for offensive line chemistry, that takes some time to develop, right? So that's not going to develop in 1 year anyway. So it makes sense to bring a bunch of veterans in and to establish that. You still need to get some offensive line stuff. But you know what else you need? You need your quarterback to have chemistry with his receivers and with his tight ends. And now you have 2 tight ends for the next 4 to 5 years, right? Three to 5 years, whatever. I forget what I think Cole Kmet's just starting his 4-year extension, right? Either way, 3 to 5 years for your tight ends. And then you got Roma Dunze, who you drafted with Caleb Williams, and you got DJ Moore. So and then now you have what's his name? Luther the third. What's his name? Sorry, let me go back to selection. Luther Burden the third. So it makes sense, it really makes sense. Like kind of like how they had Brisker and Gordon in the same draft because like you want your defensive backs to have chemistry together. They get Zach Pickens and Gervon Dexter in the same draft together. Last year they got Caleb and Rome together, and now you're getting your tight end and another wide receiver. So like skill position wise, we are pretty good. I still want us to get honestly we can get the Shaltoon. I think that other guy Caleb Johnson is still available as well, as far as I know. So this isn't a bad spot to get him. With your first 3 picks going all offensive skill positions is kind of crazy. But again, like if it works, it works, man. If you want to get, I think you want to keep your skill positions young, right? Like offensive lineman, you can play for a longer time. Your quarterback hopefully can play for a long time. Wide receivers and running backs take a lot of hits, take a lot of damage. So, it makes sense to get, and especially again, like I said, like get that chemistry going with Caleb Williams as soon as possible. So I don't hate the picks. I definitely like the tight end position. I mean, just going by position, we need a tight end. And if Colston Loveland, and I think I mentioned this in the previous video that I did today earlier, but Colston Loveland was the better route runner between him and Tyler Warren too. So if Ben Johnson likes the route running, then stick with that. Go after the guys that fit your scheme is what you want. So coming back from commercial here, let's see if they're going to announce the Bears pick. Oh, so real quick, I did mention when they trade back to 109, I said Jack Sawyer. I think I said this. Jack Sawyer or Bashal Tootin. Those are the 2 guys that I'm looking for. They're doing like a little song and dance going on.
The Chicago Bears selection. Please welcome
Ryan Poles looks impatient in there. It looks like they put their pick. They put their pick in early. All right, so who's this guy? He's like a super fan. I love this. In Green Bay, it's kind of fun. I want to.
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
I love this.
Is that all you got? Come on, you can be louder than that. I know y'all mad because championship gold looks good on the blue and orange. But in all seriousness, Green Bay, we are in the shadow of Lambeau Field. And I love Lambeau Field.
Rambo feed.
Because the king of the North, the best quarterback in the NFC North, Caleb Williams, is undefeated at Lambeau Field.
We won one game against Green Bay. I love this shit, though. I love this.
My game, let me remind you, I am a visionary.
He's talking a lot.
A revolutionary. Seth Rollins. And
Seth
I'm
Rollins.
here to tell you that with the 56th pick
Let's see.
in the
I'm distracted.
2025 NFL draft, the greatest franchise in the NFL, the Chicago Bears, select Ozzy Tropillo, tackle from Boston College.
Interesting.
Let's burn it down.
Ozzy Tropillo, offensive tackle from Boston College.
Ozzy Tropillo.
Played every spot on the offensive line except center during his career.
Greeted rather warmly from Seth Rollins.
Interesting.
What you get with Ozzy Tropillo, a tremendous guy with great
Look, you bring in that competition, you know.
in the NFL.
I can't say that I've heard of these guys.
My dad was Steve Tropillo. He played
Round 2, you know, pick 56.
He was
He's played all positions, which I really like that versatility. Like, and maybe he could be a really good guard. Like, I was hoping for like a guard with some versatility at center, but a tackle with versatility at guard. I mean, that's good too.
very outgoing, very approachable, despite his stature. I was 3 years old when my dad passed away. He died of a heart attack, so unexpected death. Growing up in the house, seeing my dad's old shoulder pads in the basement, jerseys hung on the wall, I think it planted a seed that I knew I wanted to play football. Ended up, following in his footsteps while also creating my own along the way.
Emotional night for sure as we go down to the commissioner, Roger Goodell.
All right, so the Lions are picking now. So we got a tackle. We needed offensive line help. I do really love the versatility. I'm curious if they think he's going to be better than Braxton Jones right off the bat.
Christopher Kuby, who announced the selection of the Detroit Lions second-round pick. As a proud soldier, Christopher deployed to Iraq, where he was tragically killed in an IED explosion in July 2007 at age 18.
A lot of sad stuff on this, which is good. I like paying respects.
Numerous awards and decorations,
That's pretty sad.
including the Bronze Star Medal and the Purple Heart. Christopher grew up in Michigan and was a lifelong fan of the Lions, passionately cheering his home team whenever he could. We honor him and thank his family and TAPS, the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors, which offers care to those grieving the loss of a military loved one. And now, I'm going to turn it over to John and David, who will announce in honor of their brother and son. Let them give it
Thank you. Thank you so much. And here we go. The Denver Broncos have traded the 57th pick to the Detroit Lions. With the 57th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select
Tate Ratledge, guard from Georgia.
Tate Ratledge. See, it's interesting. See, I would have liked to take a guard there, but like I get the tackle, a guy with versatility. I like, and I'm hoping. Like I did hear about Tate Ratledge, and he was on a couple mock drafts before, and he's a guard. And again, like if we're not re-signing Joe Thuney, like having someone to learn behind Joe Thuney this year would make a lot of sense. I'm hoping like
Sometimes you can change the colors a little bit. Committed Georgia over Tennessee. Okay. Certainly
Ozzy Trapillo. I'm hoping that Ozzy Trapillo can compete and possibly start, because that's kind of, I mean, 56 is kind of early. I know he's a left tackle or whatever. And like, again, maybe Braxton Jones beats him out, but like, this is Braxton Jones last year. Like, we haven't extended him yet. So bring him that competition. Maybe he can learn. Maybe by the end of the year, he can take over for Braxton. This will be your future left tackle. I'm hoping left tackle. I said tackle. I'm not sure left tackle or not, but anyway, yeah, so Lions taking Tate Ratledge a guard, which is, I think, a pretty high guard there. So, yeah, I mean, they're focusing. It makes sense that this is your first year. You want to kind of overhaul the offense, right? Because you had your defensive coach like the last 3 years, right? 3 years or 4 years. Time just goes by. Time is a crazy jerk. But like, you had your defensive coach, you built the defense, and then you bring in Dennis Allen who runs a similar kind of style defense in terms of like, I guess schemes, and like it just does base 4-3 defense, right? So 4 linemen and 3 linebackers rather than 3 linemen and 4 linebackers. But anyway, so yeah, so our defense, we've spent a lot of time and money and did all that. Now we're focusing on the offense. It makes sense to just overhaul this, and that's kind of what we're doing. Look, we got a tackle, and we can't complain that we're not drafting linemen now, which I was like, if we take a running back, which is, I still feel like a running back is needed, but like, hey, if we take Bashal Tootin in like with 109, if we take him at 109, if he makes it to 109, I'm going to be pretty happy. And maybe we trade up, maybe we don't need all these other picks. We got rid of one of our 7s already. We didn't really lose any picks. We traded 3 picks for 3 picks. Again, that trade that we did. So we just picked at, sorry, let me pull this up again. We just picked at 62. So we traded back from 41 and we picked up 56, 62, and 109. We traded 41, 72, and 240, right? So we traded back, 15 spots from 41 to 56. And then we traded up from 72 to 62, where we just picked. And then, I'm sorry, we didn't pick at 62 yet. We picked at 56. Sorry. We picked at 39 already today. That's why that wasn't part of the trade. Raiders just picked Jack Beck, wide receiver out of TCU. So, anyway, so we just picked up 56, so we still have 62, and then 109 is like the sweet spot. And maybe we trade 109 and the 7th, and we get up to 99 or something. Maybe we can trade up 10 more spots. Maybe, I don't know how much you would need to give up to get that done, just to move up a little bit more. But like I said, Jack Sawyer or Bashal Tootin at 109. Or hey, like maybe Ian Miller's healthy and we're ready for him to be a bigger impact player. Maybe we get another undrafted running back. There are going to be some undrafted running backs that will probably have some value, and that's what Ian Miller was last year. Was a undrafted running back. So there's still some stuff going on. So we're at 59 right now. We pick at 62. So I'm going to hang out a little bit. I'll be right back. I'm just going to turn off the screen and mute myself, and I'll double check my volume when I come back. So give me a couple minutes, guys.